Abortion. Somebody asked me, my question is regarding abortion. He said, broadly, there are two schools of thoughts regarding abortion. The first one is, because it is the woman's body, she is the one who gets to decide whether to abort or deliver the child. The second school of thought says that the woman cannot decide to abort the child by her own will. Because who is she to decide whether a particular life should come into this earth or not? So this creates a confusion in my mind as to what is the right thing to do in the cases of unwanted pregnancy. I said, see, it's not for you or me to decide. We may keep saying 1,000 things. Ultimately, it's the mother who is going to decide. Unless you overrule her jurisdiction through law or other rules. So it's the mother who is going to decide. The more pertinent question should be, how would the mother with deep consciousness and self-awareness decide versus an unconscious mother whose decision comes from deep body identification and materialistic line of thought? That is where the difference comes. You are trying to look at the issue of abortion as it is an objective matter. You want to know my thoughts on abortion. You want to probably create a consensus on abortion. You want to probably create a consensus on abortion. There are so many countries in the third world, in the first world, in the Christian world, in the secular world, in the Islamic world, and they have all been struggling with the issue of abortion since decades now. Even in the most liberal of the countries, the issue has hardly been settled. And it's not likely to be settled soon because there are dissenting voices and varying viewpoints. The church is saying one thing, the liberals are saying one thing, feminists are saying one thing, and time and again medical sciences comes up with a new discovery, and that has an impact on the discourse. So, all that has led us to believe as if it is an objective matter. But it's not an objective matter. It's a thing in the domain of the mother. What is the relationship between the mother and the unborn child? I mean, the fetus? That will decide whether the mother will nourish it or kill it. In fact, we talk of abortion so much because we are body-centered people. The mother terminates the pregnancy and it bothers us so much, and probably rightly so. But the mother remains unconscious. The mother remains as most human beings are. She gives birth to the baby, and being as unconscious as she is, she just ruins the entire life of the kid. We don't bat an eyelid, do we? Because what is happening in the inner domain of the kid does not matter so much to us. Why? Because what happens in our own inner domain does not matter too much to us. What matters to us is our physical being, our bodily welfare. Bodily, if we are all right, we feel we are all right, What is happening to our insides, we are hardly very conscious of. Similarly, when it comes to the mother and fetus relationship, we are very bothered if the pregnancy is terminated. But if the mother carries through the whole thing and gives birth to one kid or 5 kids, but remains as how most mothers, most fathers, and most people are, we say, oh, it is a normal state of things. Why do we need to talk about it? I'm not saying we do not need to talk about abortion. I'm saying the way we approach abortion itself rules out any decent in-depth understanding of the matter. We think of pregnancy as something that yields a body. A body is to be given birth. Now, if the body is safely given birth, we celebrate and congratulate. No, that is what we do. The new body has safely comes to the planet. +1, we feel happy. When the body does not come to the planet, some of us get concerned. Who is the mother? Who is the child? What is really happening there? We mean when we say something is giving birth to someone. Now, get into the mind of the mother. And when I say mother, I mean the human being. Get into her mind. Sometimes it might just be right to abort. Sometimes it might not be right to abort. Only a conscious decision-making entity is rightly placed to decide. There can be no objective law. Your declarations and dominations are not going to work. It might sound very strange, very cruel, but it might just be very right to not terminate a baby even if the baby is known to be medically unfit. This decision has to be made by the mother, and for the right reasons, for very conscious reasons, and in other circumstances, it might just be right to terminate even a normally healthy pregnancy. So, the entire debate has to shift to the education of the mother. Forget the issue of abortion. It's not merely abortion which is the issue between the mother and the baby. The mother has to be with the baby for several years even after the pregnancy. Right? Her relationship with the new being is much wider than those 9 months. Abortion is just one of the things that happens, or many happen, between the mother and the kid. 1,000 other kids happen between a mother and a kid, and they are decided by the mind of the mother. So let's pay attention where it is due, to the mind of the mother. That is what needs education. And once you educate it, leave it free to decide. Don't make certain things mandatory. Don't outlaw certain things. If a healthy, mature adult has been decently educated in the self, only that person then is in the right place to make certain decisions. Who is anybody else to talk of those things? Only that person knows what the circumstances are, and only that person has the light, the clarity to make the best decision. You want to take sides. We want to be partisan. We want to be either on the side that says no, all life is divine and everybody deserves to take birth, or we want to be on the side that says no, women's rights are supreme. It's easy to take sides and it is lazy to take sides. What we require is a self-aware woman, and once she is self-aware, neither you or I have any locus standi leave it to her. But therefore, you leave it to her. Ensure that your education system is robust, wise, efficient, and really purposeful. The issue of abortion is not significant, but what is much more significant is how we are educating our girls. Educate the girls well, and they will know whether or not to abort. But we don't talk of the education of girls. We keep talking of 1,000 other things. Should girls wear long or short? Should single motherhood be encouraged? 1,000 issues related to women are in circulation. There is so much debate, so much noise really, and nobody seems to understand that the lady can decide just as any human being can decide, provided you have empowered her enough to decide. And the empowerment that I am talking of is spiritual. I'm not talking of the empowerment that gives her the legal right to terminate the pregnancy. Not that kind of empowerment. I'm talking of self-awareness. Who am I? Why do I need to bring a child to life? Where is the child coming from? How am I placed? Then the very decision to get pregnant will change. Abortion comes much later. The matter of abortion arises only if there is pregnancy. Even the decision as to whether or not to be pregnant might change. And if there is an accidental pregnancy, she will know how to deal with it.